How's it going, everyone? Mike here, July 27th. I thought we would take a few minutes this morning and go through the niche hunter function of Merchant Former. Basically what this is as you can see here, you can pick a category and it just tells you, what's kind of like trending, what's the search volume, the keywords, all that kind of stuff. And this is, as you can see here, it's organized by top rank for the week. And it goes by search volume, like that. This is how I have it sorted. So I thought we would skip the first page. If you've actually watched any of the other channels, or if you maybe have this tool yourself, like the first place you go to is the first page, and then it's the same information everywhere. So I figured let's go through the second and third page because the search volume is still extremely high, but then there are definitely a few designs that I noticed that I prepared to share with you guys. I actually want to show you, for example, botanical, easily distracted by plants, gardener t-shirts, and that's one of the niches that we're going to be talking about. And there are a couple other ones. For example, I have shirts in some of these niches, but then there was stuff that surprised me when it comes to the brand names and the way that some of these people actually use that information. So that's kind of what I want to go over. Let's just simply go through this list so you guys can actually get a sense of what is trending, what's selling, and what the keywords are that are coming up. So as you can see, musician shirt, like that. And I always think when I'm putting in or thinking about my titles, how you want to be very specific. Like this is a musician shirt, but this is for the piano, for piano player or whatever the case is, right? Country music. So my instinct, the way that I'm doing it is to go and attack those words as my keywords. But this is a very broad way of actually formatting your titles and points and brand names. So that's also something to think about. Just because, for example, you have a piano, or the shirt is very specific for piano players. You could also continue building off of that terminology with more broad terminology, and that's definitely something that I'm guilty of not doing, and I could concentrate on doing that a little more. Football, but this is in German, and of course it is German based designs. Kayaking, flowers, teachers, sleeping, gardener, engineer. So again, I put out a video a few days ago, and there's certain themes. It's very seasonal, and as you can see here, that's what's trending right now. Kayaking, flowers, okay, back to school, I guess, gardener. This is all outside, outdoors. It's summertime, even carnival. People are paying attention, and that's how people are shopping. So let's look at the first one that I decided to talk about, and it was the gardener shirt. The reason I wanted to pull this one up is as you can see here, easily distracted by plants. Now, if you guys have been, doing this for a while, that easily distracted by, and then whatever word you want to use has been used and overused, and it is out there probably a million times, and it's people have actually customized it to any thing that you can think about. Easily distracted by dogs, easily distracted by fish, easily distracted by cars, literally anything that you can think of. But here's the interesting part. This is actually a really nice shirt. There's nothing wrong with the design. It's simple. It's let's see if it will actually come up. There it is. So it's just a bunch of plants, flowers surrounding the text that says easily distracted by plants. And it's a fun font style, nothing to it, white design, bunch of colors offered, and there it is, right? The terminology that they're using is botanical, floral, flower, nature, plant, lover. Literally every single keyword that you can think of is put into their brand name, and then there's some repetition here, as you can see here, and same goes for the bullet points. Now, bestseller rank 153,000. That's really good. And then, but as you can see here, this has been alive for a while, and it has a bunch of ratings as well. So gardener, botanical, flower. It's there. It's a pretty nice shirt. I actually don't have that many that are based on gardener shirt theme or keywords. But definitely something to pay attention to. The other one that I wanted to look at closely was the engineer shirt, and it was this first one. So again, engineering, it sells throughout the year, but of course there are spikes, around September, maybe around time for graduation, May, June, July, pretty much around the whole year. But this is just kind of like those funny engineering shirts. But the reason I want to talk about this one was the brand name, Best Engineer Gift Ideas, and this is like masterclass on what people put in their search box, search field when they're looking for things. Because if somebody has no idea, for example, what they want specifically, but they just kind of want, hey, I want to see what the best engineer gift ideas are. This is in their brand name, right? So I really like how creative this person was. And again, if you see here, they've used both bullet points, and actually the bestseller rank is pretty amazing. The price point is fairly low, but again, it gets those sales. Let's keep looking. So carnival shirts, Cabbage shirts. This one actually surprised me, because before I started recording this video, I was Googling, the popularity of cabbage growing, and is this something that a lot of people do? It looks like it, maybe. I actually just thought that it was one of those, again, gardening summer outdoor shirts or themes, and but in either case, even if I'm right or wrong, they're still selling, and I wanted to go with the most basic design, and the reason is, again, just the same as this one. This, if you've been around for a while, this shirt, this design you've seen a million times with pretty much anything, instead of like in the place of cabbage. And it could be like a fishing rod, it could be a car, it could be, I can't even think of anything, right? A guitar, basically anything. And it also works for cabbage. And that's why I included it, because, I have no idea. I had no idea, but now we know. Let's keep going. Let's go to page 3. There were a couple more that I wanted to look at, and the one that stood out, before we do this, let's actually look at the keywords that are trending again. So virus shirts, as you can see here, my cough is not from the virus. Builder shirts, these are pretty cool, because these are like, somebody celebrating the third, second birthday, whatever the case is, and they're selling, they're creative. The other shirts that I've noticed, for example, is the Free Tibet shirt. So a lot of freedom shirts. There was another one, Cuba, as you can see here. Freedom shirts, t-shirt, and then where is the other one? Free Tibet shirt, soldier shirt. So, and then I've actually, when I was going through this, I've noticed a bunch of other, freedom, free whatever, right? Country or cause, or, whatever the case is. So the one that I wanted to look at is this one. Shirt that says shirt in Japanese. Now, here's what I was paying attention to. So number one, I didn't do the translation, but I'm assuming this says shirt, just like the title says. But this isn't the Japanese marketplace. This is the US marketplace, right? So again, this is, anime. Somebody has it in the title. I don't know. I don't watch any anime. I'm not into that whole, whatever you would call it. So I don't know if this is like from a cartoon movie or whatever. But the fact is that this is still the US marketplace. The price point is very low. The bestseller rank is like extremely low. And basically what it is, it's Japanese text that says shirt. So it's got to be something funny, or I don't even know. But the case is, there are a lot of these out. they're trending, and as you can see here, you know, this is a pretty big search volume number, right? And the reason I wanted to talk about that is because of the simplicity. Like, it is so simple, and you know, shirt that says shirt in Japanese, whatever works, right? And then there were a couple of other ones that I kind of paid attention to, and I wanted to wrap this up with the pregnancy shirt, just because this is an evergreen, right? And that's the point of this. Some of these are kind of like trending based on the time of the year. You know, there's a lot of like political stuff with like freedom in Cuba and Tibet and all that kind of stuff. But this is an evergreen, and the search volume here is extremely high for pregnancy shirts. And I think I remember talking in my last video from a few days ago, where I said, I don't know if people, because I was talking about, I think, marriage and engagements, if this is the time of the year, right? Like, I really want to look at the statistics. But it is an evergreen shirt, and Big Brother, finally, eating tacos for two, something, mommy, I can't see it. But fun, creative pregnancy announcement shirts, engagement shirts, marriage shirts, wedding, like whatever, you know, that theme is. They sell, and they sell big. So even though, for example, some of you guys might be chasing trends and going based on, you know, keywords that are, for example, trending today, and looking at those phrases, and you're looking at Google search volume and all that kind of stuff, don't forget about the evergreens, especially something like this. Even though there are, you know, a million of them out there, do something different, be a little creative, and you know, you will get sales. These ones always sell. So anyways, I'll the last thing that I'll do is I'll go to page 4 just to, and I won't discuss it much, but what I want to do is just to show you guys, for example, what's trending, what's on page 4, and the keywords, and then you can actually pause this video and look at this. But positive shirts, those are the keywords. Imagine shirts, periodic table shirts, it's a boy, there you go, another gender reveal. Secretary shirt, okay, didn't, you know, think about that. Saddle shirts, I guess it's horse riding season. Garage, mustache, Hawaiian shirt, this was number 1 a couple days ago. And this is my crab eating shirt. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here in the interest of time. But, you know, hopefully this was good information for you guys. And that's it. I'll leave it here. Talk to you soon.